buy this. It's good and thick. Good use for a pillow. Welcome back to the stream. We got some things to show off. And that's about it. I didn't write anything again. But I'm sure we'll come up with some good things. Good things today. Yeah. We'll get to drawings and such in like a bit, a little bit. Oh wait. Oh, I didn't plug the books. All the books. Got 4 books available on Amazon. 3 kids books and three kids books and the thick boy novel. There's thickness right here. I'm working on the second. Still doing my edits. I got the man was the artist that did all the art for it. The homie Nick. He's working on the cover as we speak. There's gonna be little pictures inside as well. So look forward to seeing that. It's coming out soon. I didn't get it out within a year of this book's release. But it's on its way. Yeah. Alright. Let's go to some shonen stuff for a bit before we do the perfect. Yeah. All right, let me look at my notes. Sorry, my friend sent me something. Look at the notes I had from last time. Remember we were working on a big bad, a thick boy villain, the mustache twirling type. There's some things I want to add to the arc, the first intro arc. It's the school arc. It's not the first one. This should be the intro arc. Or did I start the intro arc document? Where did I put that? Yeah, this is the old thing where I had them go immediately into school and meet all the characters. Nah, fam, we're not doing that. It's a whole lot of character introductions, and I do something like similar, something too similar in Descended. Hollywood. Hope Nate doesn't go Hollywood. You see all these series. I got a lot of ideas. Where is it? Oh. Old versions, prose. This is where I'm going to write the story out in word form, like I would Descended. But Virtuosity is supposed to be a comic, so. Oh, I spelled it wrong. There's no U. Oh man, it's plastered all over the place. Oh no. No, it's good there. It's good there. Right, so I just misspelled it in the thing. Intro arc, here we go. This doesn't even need to be open. Move this over here. Actually, most of these tabs don't need to be open. You don't be on 2 tabs at a time. Well, you can be on more, but only really see on 2, maybe 3 at a time. On 1 monitor at a time. So, yeah. Alright. There should be things to add. I just needed to add this note for myself. Don't have Cyril lose his first fight. Because if he does, that's not going to instill a whole lot of confidence in him for the audience. He will lose maybe the second at some point. No. I think I already planned out to write Smith Gift Hunter, yes. Did I write out this note? Let me scroll. Plasma Villain, Smith Gift Hunter here. Kills people to sell their Smith gifts to others. That's gonna be a whole arc at some point. I'm thinking it'll be early on. Probably be early on. Where would I put this arc? Let me check the world building document. You might wanna welcome V-Gnome to the stream. Welcome Daddy to the stream. Glad you could make it. I don't want to scroll too fast because there's spoilers at the bottom of this document. Oh god, did I go? No. Get to the first arc part. Past this one here. Okay, good. Where would I put the Smith Gift Hunter arc? Probably before the Glacial Wind arc and the TCT arc. Politics. This is expanding the world. So would the Smith Gift arc. So maybe after Gift Hunter arc here. Probably after. I want to do it before the tournament arc. Having more arcs before the tournament arc is good because we'll get to spend time with not only the main characters more, but pair them up with some other characters before we get to the tournament arc. So there's less need for flashbacks. I'm good, V-Gnome. How's your day going? Okay, we got that. Other virtue schools exist. Forgot that like students from all over, all the regions, traveled to the school that our main character is in, but there are other schools that exist. And I need to put that note somewhere. We'll keep it in the world building document. Where the hell will we put this? Virtue systems, the villain's plan, creatures, environments, towns. Maybe just key locations. It's not really a key location, it's just let's add the school to key locations and add this note to at the end of it. So OV Order Mill, what is it? OAVO, Order Mill Academy for Virtue Learning guys. I need to just go down a bit. Day was alright. We have a world building document as well. Word. What type of series is that for? What? Wait, trend. Main characters attend. I don't know what the hell is writing attend. In Order Mill. Plains region. And then I'll add the note here. Other virtue schools exist, but none are held to as high a standard as OA. I keep wanting to type oval, even though I know the A and V are switched. It would sound, when you sound it out, like it would sound way worse if it were to be Order-Mill Virtue Academy for Learning. Actually, now I say it out loud again, it doesn't sound that awful, but I prefer it the other way around. High standard as OABL because of the teachers attending. Haneo. I never gave a name to the second teacher who teaches history. History teacher. Maybe we should name him on stream today. Teacher and my nose running? Dr. Esperana. We would have always mistaken OABL as oval. Yeah, I'm a bit fearful of that for the future. Who knows? It's nothing is set in stone just yet. Though things are starting to slowly be set in stone. I mean, it's possible. It's possible I'll switch it at some point. It's probably way easier for people to remember as well. Just oval is the name of the school. Maybe it should be in an oval shape to justify the name even more. I promise the name wasn't supposed to be like a backronym or backwards acronym where I wanted to give it a word and then fill in the things. Because I named the town way before I even remembered that I had to name the school. First time introduced Zero, no. I have something for Bleak. It's part of the villain team. I don't know if I'm going to keep this because it's kind of dark, but his whole backstory is supposed to be dark, which is counterintuitive to his personality. Did I write it? No, I didn't. I wrote immortal but not unbeatable. That took me like half an hour to write that last week. Kept getting distracted. So after Bleak's mom, and he's half blacksmith, which again are the gods of this series. They created the world and humans, so he's like the only known demigod. So he's immortal, but he's not like invincible or unbeatable. He just can't be killed. He's a really cool character too. I'm working on. Oh, damn it! I forgot to bring the. You know what? I think I'm gonna go get it. Imagine you go into your document, all of a sudden every OAVL was oval and you had to fix it. Oh boy. I would hate that, but I'm glad Control F exists and I could just replace it. Haha! Check me! Very warm up here. During the winter, heat doesn't want to rise, but as soon as it gets over 50 degrees, the attic wants to start kicking it up a notch as far as temperature goes. Alright, so that's Giotto. We're working on some, I'm thinking of going with like a death mask for, let's see if I can get this right the first time. Oh boy. The camera's reversed. Kinda. Not really. I'm thinking of going with, where's my finger? This design. The one with the hood, horns, death mask thing. I wanted to have a scar of some sort. Don't know where he got the scar. It will probably just look cool for the mask. And then on the left, we have the Ice Ninja Giotto that I'm working on. These are some of the designs on the first page that I was working on. And then I started to try and draw his body out a bit. I don't know, here. See his mask, the hood on. For the picture I draw, for like the concept art, I'm probably gonna have his hood down. Just cause I know he has a hood, so I would probably want to show off the helmet more. Yeah, and this I'm not like using any references of any kind. Like the finished drawings are gonna look way cleaner than that. That's pretty cool. It's called autocorrect. Yeah, I mean, I imagine if I did it on my phone, I'm pretty sure it's done it a bunch of times already. I can't count how many times autocorrect has just screwed me over in general. But every time you fix it, it was corrected over again. Oh Jesus, you're good at drawing. We like that. Oh, I appreciate that, V. They look like the guy from Goblin Slayer. Yeah, I'm going for, well, at least for the Ice Ninja Giotto, I'm going for the type of character that never removes his helmet. At least you'll never see his face. That type of dude, like a Master Chief, or I don't know if you ever see the guy from Goblin Slayer's face. I think you like see his hair, maybe like his mouth at some point. But yeah, that type of dude. Bleak is not. They obviously both have masks, but Bleak you'll probably see his face at some point. Let's finish with the dark bio I was writing here. After Bleak's mom died, giving birth to him, and his father was a blacksmith, so his mom was human. Giving birth to him, he joined a clan at a few years old. They were like family. Taught him everything he knows. Something happens. Oh, this is not very clear. This was just an idea in the story, though, where he goes back to them and kills them all. Oh, beautiful. It all comes full circle. Maybe they had a deal with his blacksmith father to keep the child that came from the mother. So the idea where I'm going with this is, first of all, that L is capital and that's bothering me. The idea I'm going with here is he was more so an experiment, and maybe the blacksmith, his father, owed these group of humans something, so he had a kid and they knew the kid would be powerful if it survived. The mother was obviously dispensable to all the bad parties involved. So the blacksmith, his blacksmith dad probably courted and did the dirty with a woman, and that was his mom, and his mom died giving birth because, you know, demigod and tragic backstories and shonen stuff and all that. And yeah, I think that's where I'm going with that. So then he learns the truth about his clan. He'll probably wipe them all out. I'm thinking it could be just part of his origin where he wipes them all out, but I'm thinking we see that in the story like take place at some point to give him a bit more agency, and I think he'll be one of the favorite characters in the series. I'm trying to be good at predicting who everybody's favorite characters are. Like, for example, for Descended, I predicted that Ice Cap would be a lot of people's favorite, and he pretty much is. A lot of people like Vital as well, because he's down to earth. Ice Cap he has a really tragic backstory, but he turns out to be a hero in the end. So that's why a lot of people admire him, which is what I predicted. So I have a feeling Bleak, even though he's a villain, will be a very sympathetic villain, as well as, even though his personality, he's kind of an a-hole, as well as Jato, the other dude I was drawing. Yeah, we did. So are the gods named blacksmiths? Yes. And they are named blacksmiths because of the, they create weapons, and just to give it a little nursery rhymey name, they're called smith gifts, because they're not always just weapons. I would call them like blacksmith's weapons, something uncreative like that. They were all weapons, but some people have gloves, like the main character, that enhances his powers. It's not all like swords and clubs and hammers. Like some people have wraps. For example, Vermilion. Do I have? Let me pull up her picture. Vermilion here. Her wraps channel the nuclear fire, which is her virtue ability. Every character in this series that's kind of like a mainstay is they have at least one virtue ability. They all have base virtue abilities. Every living being in this universe has base virtue abilities, which is like a shield you can put over yourself. And virtue, sorry, kind of moving fast there. Virtue is like life essence, this version of, my version of life essence. So ki, aura, nen, whatever the hell, chakra, whatever you want to call it. Every living being in this world has access to it, but some people choose to hone it more, and that unlocks their virtue ability. So everybody, before they even unlock the virtue ability, has access to like their virtue shield if they can train it up. Virtue scan, where they can scan for other people with virtue or other living beings. Virtue concealment, where they hide themselves so they can't be scanned. And virtue recharge, which just recharges their virtue if they use it. And that more so is connected to their virtue ability. And her virtue ability is this nuclear fire that has 3 different effects, or a random... Oh, appreciate the follow, V. 3 different roles, or roles, where it's like, if it burns you, it can cause you to hallucinate, or the other 2, which are much worse, which is poison, which poisons you, or radiation, which poisons other people around you. Thing is, just don't get burned by her. But I call them, long story short, too late, I call these things smith gifts because not all of them are weapons. Her wraps can kind of be used like weapons because she could like whip them out and wrap people and then channel her fire through the wraps to burn somebody if need be. But yes, the blacksmiths all create these smith gifts for pretty much any virtues that you see throughout the series. And yeah, they're the gods. The current generation, because there were generations over time, the current generation is the closest to humans as possible because they fell in love with their creations of humans. They were much more stoic, unfeeling beings, at least the first generation of blacksmiths were. So as the older generation kind of died out and they just created their offspring or clones of themselves, I'm still trying to figure that out, how the generations work. But the current generation we see in the series are very selfish and flawed beings, much like the humans they created. So that's the reason you see Bleak's father as kind of a jerk. Well, probably a bit more than a jerk. Just gotta say you're a great artist. I appreciate it, man. She looks pretty. Thank you. Thank you. We can swap gears temporarily to show off these two. I colored them, was it yesterday? I think I did it yesterday. No. 2 days ago. I think it was 2 days ago. But these two are from Descended. They're not from the Shonen. They're from this, oh no, I dropped it. This lovely thick book here. But unfortunately, they're actually not in the series just yet. They don't come into the series. At least Urza doesn't come into the series until like book 5 or something down the line, which isn't out yet. But I colored them in because I had them. Actually, Urza didn't look like this before. I redrew her from when I drew her before. Like this, she was in like the second sketchbook, and some of the drawings that aren't completed in that, or even the completed ones, were when I wasn't as good of an when I wasn't as good as an artist. So then I saw I didn't outline her yet, so I still had time to erase her and then redraw her in a different form. Especially once I figured out more about her character and the fact that I didn't want to make her just an immortal human, because this necklace grants her agelessness. But then I thought, gods. I didn't have a pantheon of gods that I wanted to create. It's not an obsession, but like I have a thing about superpowered beings, and gods are some of my favorite ideas, or the concept of gods, or creating a pantheon of gods. So I wanted to do that for Descended. It's less focused on in virtuosity with the blacksmiths, because I didn't even give any of the blacksmiths names yet, but the Haven gods in Descended have like their own creation story and all that I haven't written yet, but their own creation story and their own pantheon. She's the Haven goddess of desires. At first, people think she's a demon because her eyes, when she's making a contract with somebody, they're normally white, like normal people, like the whites of people's eyes, the sclera. She does normally have red eyes, which isn't normal for any human. But whenever she's making a contract, her sclera will turn black like her pupils. And they have to, when they want something, they have to sign it. She also collects a lot of information, which helps out a lot of characters throughout the series. She's kind of like neutral in the series. But yeah. So information on her. I don't think I moved the info over just yet. Let me see. In this document, Urza should be under Deal Demon. Yeah, here we go. I was originally, you see here, I was originally just gonna make it a whole separate character. That's cool as hell though. I appreciate it. Appreciate it, me. I'm loving the compliments. They were originally going to be a whole separate character. This Deal Demon was going to make them male. The name was going to be the Deal Demon. Real name, D. Vile. Because it sounds like devil. Nah. Desire, Detection, and Temptation were their powers. I wouldn't really know how to describe her abilities, actually. But, does not need to fight himself. Has racked up so many contracts. This was all concept before I just gave this whole persona to her, because I thought this could enhance her character further. Not need to fight himself. Has racked up so many contracts and deals that he can call on anyone, or she call on anyone or anything that has made a deal to fight for him. So she's going to have her own arc at some point in the story. I'm trying to figure out when. But it's like, it'll be like the probably 3rd or 4th major arc. Where I wanted to create a villain that's not really physical, because every villain up until she becomes a thing has been a villain you kind of just have to punch to death. And her, you're like, you don't know who she has under contract. It's like kind of a mystery element to it. And plus, she's powerful herself, but she just prefers not to use her own abilities because she has people to do that for her. That kind of thing. She's like a boss. No one can tell whether he is an alien or actual demon, as none of the archdemons from hell can figure out whom she is. This is still when they were supposed to be an actual demon. In his first appearance, he strikes a deal with the archangel Azazel. This I'm going to keep for her to show how strong she can, how strongly she can draw someone in. And I'm pretty sure Azazel in angel theology, mythology, does fall at some point. Goal to have contracts with everyone he deems strong in order to dethrone Decimus. That was their original goal. Decimus is the devil of the Descended universe. The real reason he waited so long, being that Detrius defeating Decimus was a sign that deemed dethroning the devil was possible. So Detrius, he's an alien dragon god from this universe. You have to suspend your disbelief. I think that's the phrase. For this series because it's all over the place. It has everything. So they kind of just wanted to take over hell. That was the original plan. The Deal Demon knows it wouldn't be possible to make a deal with Detrius himself, but he can make a deal with both of his remaining siblings, his mother and the two that took him down, the Creator's children, which I'm still working on. Creator of this universe is God, and Creator's children were supposed to be based on Adam and Eve. I probably would not name them that because that is very on the nose. So they take down a big bad at some point, and then she, instead of taking down the big bad, wants to make contracts with the people that surrounded him to get him to fall in line as well, because she knew he wouldn't take the deal. And then I had the epiphany, scratch that. The demon is now Urza Bathory, which is their full name. Based on the real life person, Elizabeth Bathory, who had servants and I think she would bathe in blood, I believe, because she believed it gave her immortality, which is why she's clad in all red. And everybody, she has a bar called the Bloodbath. Get it? And all the patrons in the bar, most of the time, unless it's like a dude coming in to like get information from her, all the patrons in the bar are female, like from Elizabeth Bathory's actual, I don't know what they're called in mythology, I believe she was a real person. All of her servants were female. So if one were to break the deal that Urza is trying to cash in on, then a punishment in the theme of the reason the deal was made is dealt. So desire, so they would say, I want, and then you'd get a punishment based on whatever you desired, or based on, yeah, whatever you desired if you were to reject her calling on you after making a deal with her. Desperation, you could eat as much as you want, but always be hungry. So for the punishments, I was thinking of Greek-like punishments, like Tantalus, I believe, is one. Sisyphus is another. Like the guy who would try and drink, he would be like swimming, and you try to drink the water, he can't. He's unbelievably thirsty, and every time he goes to drink the water would sink. Every time he would go and try to grab food from a tree, the tree would rise out of reach. There was a dude that was always rolling the boulder up the hill. There was Prometheus, the guy who would always have the bird pecking at his insides, and they would grow back overnight. And each process with that was painful. So, yeah, you wouldn't want to make a deal with her is the whole thing. So yeah. Our MC's girlfriend, main character's girlfriend, learned to not make deals and contracts with deities. LMAO. That's good. Awesome art. That makes sense. You're so creative with names. I appreciate that. Yeah, I pride myself on naming people Like that's normally the last thing I do when creating a character. Sometimes it'll come to me while I'm creating them, but I always want to draw the name. I don't always, unless it's like a very minor side character where I'll just think of a name like, hey, this guy's name is going to be Shane, and Shane, he's a store owner, and I just needed a name for a side character or something. But most of the characters, even the side characters, always have a reason to why I named them what I named them. Especially if like it's a normal name, but the name means something or it comes from somewhere. So yeah. So that's info on Urza, and then we'll hop on over to links real quick before going back to the shonen stuff. No, that's at the top of the thing. All right, Crazy Alpha Soldier. So links. It's a good thing I colored them both, because she is also connected to Urza, but she just kind of works in the bar because her best friend is kind of with Urza. Her best friend, Rose, is an ex-soldier turned goddess. I have a picture of her, actually. I don't know why I'm just talking about her. I'll just pull up version 1. Version 2. She was dying, and Urza grew connected, grew a bond with her, and she wanted to save her life. So Urza took Rose to like her Haven Pantheon, and they needed to save her. But in order to save her, they were just like, we'll just turn into her god because we don't have a god of love. So she's the Haven goddess of. So Urza is goddess of desires. Rose was made goddess of love, illusion, and fervor and lust. So she's connected to Lynx, who is the character I'm supposed to actually be addressing, because they were both in the same soldier program, the Alpha. The Alpha Squadron. I don't know why I'm not remembering. I think it's the Alpha Squadron. Yes, Crazy Alpha Soldier. So her real name is Nima. Each of the Alpha Soldiers were based off of animals that could be found in black. So a lynx, I believe, is one of those animals. I can scroll to the top real quick to double check what I had. Group names, animals that come in black. Black wolf, because wolves can be black. King snake, fawn, fox, lizard, seal, lynx. Rose was the fox, and she just went back to her original name given. And then there's lynx, cat, crow, and gator. I don't know if some of these animals can come in black, but I just thought these are cool names to use. A lot of them are killed off though, so you won't be having to deal with reading somebody's name just named cat over and over, and I couldn't call them Black Cat for copyright reasons. So yeah, back to links. Here we go. Lurk, appreciate the lurk, Chase. I appreciate you being in here. She has so many titles to herself. I'm like, yeah. So she is sister, like, these are her character tags. So sister, like sister to Rose, soldier, vigilante. This is kind of in that order. For an iconography, I already knew how I wanted her to look before I even drew her, so I had colors black and red, because black for the whole soldier thing, and red because red. Long sleeves, black crop top, black cargo pants, black combat boots. You don't see the boots. You normally almost never see me draw people below the waist. I don't know why. Well, no, I know why. It's because I have to fit characters, 2 characters per page, because I don't want to waste I don't want to waste sketchbook space. So you see, for example, here, like, I fit at least 2 characters on a page. And plus, underneath where this line is the other character's name. So that's to conserve space. Alignment, chaotic, good. Personality, I normally include at least 3 personality traits, but right now I just know she's insane. She doesn't have a goal, but as far as her abilities go, she's pretty much just super powerful in everything. She's pretty much just an enhanced human, but her strength, speed, and durability are the best out of both programs. They were two soldier programs, so the Alpha Squadron was made to. Oh God, I'm forgetting. Oh no, wait. Do I have it in? I should have it in the superpowers document. I should have it in this. There should be. I'm normally good at writing all of this down. Oh boy. Oh no. Alpha. It's the Alpha Core. Alpha Core Squadron. Yes. Okay. So they were created. Thank God. They were created to the Alpha Squadron here was created to keep the Nobles, which are the superheroes of the series, in line when they were eventually created. But they began to think greedily and heartless, saying that the soldiers they currently had already had lives before the organization and people they knew. So they kind of just found people or found soldiers that were already within like military training. They were just like, hey, you're the best at what you do with this thing, so come and join us and do this experimental thing. But they already had lives and stuff before that, like because they were normal people, and they wanted to see if it was possible to train mindless order following soldiers from a young age. So what did they do? They started kidnapping kids. And then the Omega Squadron was created to, and there are some other characters that you haven't seen just yet, or maybe have, that are you'll see in the series as well. They were created to stop the Alpha Squadron, so they were the end all be all of this secret organization government stuff. But what's crazy is the Omega Squadron fell apart way before the Alpha Squadron did, so they kind of failed in their duties. And it wasn't the soldiers' fault, of course, but yeah, she's insane. Yes, she is quite insane. That's all I have in her personality. So I said before, she's the strongest. I wouldn't say fastest. She's extremely fast, but definitely the physically strongest and most durable out of all the soldiers in both programs. And then that's not all she has to herself. Also, I'm writing a story called The Villain Wins, and she, Rose, and Urza pop in at some point, and she helps the villain, the main character of the story, fight the heroes in the story, and it's kind of a long story, but the villain wins. And at some point, she punches a dude's head clean off. Like it's like it's a superhero. She punches his head clean off like a Mortal Kombat fatality, and I go into excruciating detail as to how it's done. But yeah, if you want to check that out, that's on Scribble Hub, free to read. Where do I have that? No, that's not the no. Wait. We're actually at 2,000 viewers on this story as well, and 37 readers, 36. Wait, was it 36? I thought we reached 37. Oh, you don't want to refresh? You want to take? No, please take your time. I'm not streaming or nothing. Yeah, we reached 3,000 viewers on this, but I release these on Scribble Hub once a week. Keep me busy writing, not only for this stream, even though I don't show the story off on this stream, but just something to do in my spare time. Plus, it's my most popular story and most continued story on here, and it just keeps growing weekly. So if you want to check that out, go ahead. But in the most recent chapter, links pop somebody's head off. It's also like an alternate universe story to what actually happens in Descended, so it's kind of not canon. So I can pretty much kill off whoever I want in that series, which is loads of fun. But feel free to read that. So not only does she have super strength and whatnot, she has a deck of cards, because there are certain characters that love using cards, and a lot of them tend to be on the insane side. But with her deck of cards, each card does a different thing. So the Joker card explodes, which is also And you know how cargo pants normally have like those pockets or pouches on the side? That's what, I didn't think about it until I colored it in, which it was already outlined and drawn by that point. But these are, instead of being pockets, are just attached deck of cards. These are each their own decks. So the Joker card in the deck explodes upon contact with whatever is not a card. The King card I actually didn't give a description to. The Queen, it's a tracking card, or it has a tracking chip in it, so if she were to fling it into like somebody's car bumper, it would track where the car went. The Jack card of the deck ricochets, so she could bounce it off walls and stuff. And then the Ace card is a smoke card, so she throws it on the ground and she can make a quick escape. And then numbers cards, they're basic, they just pierce whatever, they're just super sharp. And then her bio real quick. LMAO, that sucks. Yeah. Bio, Rose's bestie, as I mentioned before. They grew up under Madam Maker's methodology, which is, Madam Maker is a fake serum seller. So in the Descended series, in case you don't know, a serum is released to the public and you have to sign a waiver and stuff, but for the right price, or for the price listed, which is an absurd amount, which is why there aren't too many superheroes in the series. But you can pretty much become a superhero if you can survive the process, which is why you have to sign a waiver, because a lot of people didn't. And you don't hear about those people in the series because they're dead now. But Madam Maker, farther in the story where I am, or where I've been writing it, she sells a fake serum. So yeah, that's how she kind of makes her money. She's also connected to, she raised both Lynx here and Rose to be like really good soldiers, and you learn that she was training these kids. Once the Alpha program learned that they wanted to, like, no, she didn't have anything really to do with the kidnapped kids, but yeah, she's kind of not a good motherly figure. She kind of just raised her own orphanage, Madam Maker. But she's also like a drug kingpin. But those drugs happen to be fake versions of the serum. Grew up under Madam Maker's methodology, molded to become more efficient killers for the top secret Alpha Squadron. The only person she ever saw as family was Rose. Was like a sister to her, which is why sister is part of her character tags. Under Maker, Nema, which is, again, Lynx's real name, picked up on the habit of stress smoking, even though her personality never gave that vibe. I completely forgot about her smoking habits. Probably should have had a cigarette at her mouth to remind myself, but that's fine. Over the course of being with the Alphas, she quit, but with the conspiracy that arose after she left, she started up again. She hardly relies on the destruction of on the destruction deck of cards, which is, I guess, the name I gave it. I don't remember giving it that name. Given to her by the Alphas. But when she does, the job gets done. She becomes the fourth of the Lord's trio. So there's Urza, there's Rose, and it was originally supposed to be a third goddess, but I thought she was too similar to another character I was trying to implant in the series, Adriel, who is half archangel, half something else. I call them fractional angels. And he's kind of their third, and then she's kind of the fourth that isn't connected to any sort of deity of any kind, because she's just an enhanced soldier, but she's along for the ride. Spray painted logo represents her cards and craziness. I don't remember writing this. Well, you don't see a logo there, so that's fine. That doesn't matter. So that's Lynx. Now back to the show. A lot of the dead peeps in our world are very important to the novel we're currently writing. Yes, kill off your characters. I love it. I love series that just clap characters left and right. I'm surprised I haven't watched Game of Thrones yet, but yes, don't give characters plot armor. Like maybe the main character, maybe their best friend, and that's it. Any character, any side character, because it's fine if the main character or any characters connected to the main character are have plot armor, but first of all, not everybody should, and the side characters tend to be the more favorite characters. Like for example, Levi from Attack on Titan, over Eren. Well, Eren's kind of a badass now, but he's favored by a lot of people over the main character of that series. Even though I'm pretty sure Levi has plot armor by this point, but a lot of the side characters in that show didn't, and they got clapped left and right because they thought they were living in the shonen, and technically it is a shonen, but not this time. Yes, I love when characters don't have plot armor, and that's what I'm trying to keep pretty consistent across all my series in Descended. And I keep saying, for people that have been watching me for a while, get ready for book 3, because book 1 just builds up this world. Book 2, you learn more about the nobles, the superheroes spread throughout the city. In book 1, it's kind of just following Lux, but in book 2, I'm inserting characters left and right into the nobles' lives. So the main characters you learn about in this book don't go anywhere. You learn more about both in the second book, which is why it's called Anticipation, because it's building up to the third book, which is when people, once you get to learn about them and learn their stories, and oh, I kind of like this character, I'm kind of sympathetic towards this character, everybody starts dying in book 3, and I cannot wait till that one comes out, but I gotta release book 2 first. No plot armor for none of these people. Kill your characters. If you're a writer, kill everybody down. Chase, I came back at a good time. Kill your characters, writers. No plot armor for anyone. Chase gets it. Chase gets it. I made a character after Chase in the shonen, actually, Black Phoenix, that he's gonna be introduced as a badass, cool, probably chain smoking side character. He's gonna be like, oh, this guy's really cool. I'm gonna probably go to love this character even more. And before you know it, he gets clapped, and you're like, damn, who can't die? Who can't die in this series? And it's pretty much only the main character. And I'm already thinking, even though I'm not even done writing the intro arc, I'm already thinking about who of the main 4 I can probably kill off at some point without actually feeling bad myself. I gotta keep my own feelings intact with this series, because I don't want to regret killing anybody off. I kind of did that with Descended. This is an important character that dies down the line. I don't know if I should have done that. I mean, it's not too late to change it because the book isn't out. But what that character's death does for the series is pretty important. So, yeah. Kill your characters though. V, we have 3 characters in our world that are the same. They look the same, sound the same, have the same abilities and similar personalities though their personalities are not the same. So they sound very expendable. Is that what you're telling me? They sound like any of them could get clapped at any time. Chase, LL, make a joke about him rising again once his name is Black Phoenix. Perfect. That's getting written down. That's getting written down. Black Phoenix. His real name isn't Black Phoenix. His virtue ability. So all these characters in the Shonen series have these badass virtue abilities, like the nuclear fire I mentioned for what's her face, Vermilion, and then there's Black Phoenix, who just has, I haven't drawn him, but then there's Black Phoenix, who just has wing manifestation. So the man can grow wings, and that's it. I might give him a cool weapon, and once he gets clapped, somebody else can pick up his weapon. But the man is just what's his name? Angel from X-Men. That's about it. That's about it. That's about the extent of it. This is Dragon here is like the only time I've ever drawn somebody's feet in any of these pictures. Not the only time. I think I've drawn somebody kicking, but I don't draw feet a whole lot because of the half thing I was mentioning, the 2 characters per page. And because he's like getting in a kicking stance, I got you see a part of his wrap there, his wrapped foot. We were talking Black Phoenix, kill him off. And then here's an in joke for Chase, real quick. He gets introduced, beating the crap out of a kid. Some snot-nosed brat. It's perfect in every way. Should he chain smoke? I'm thinking he should chain smokes. You gotta make him as badass as possible so the audience think he's a mainstay. Badass. Don't smoke, people. Smoking is not cool. It kills you. It slowly kills. It's a way of slowly committing suicide. Don't smoke. Chain smokes. I'm just thinking of like action hero cliches. Chain smokes. Yo, what up, C4? Welcome. You draw a lot of abs. I do, and it's not just for females. It's for males as well. There's a lot. There's gonna be a lot. There's a lot of. I'm not saying there's going to be a lot. There right now is a lot of fan service for both ways right now. There's a lot of shirtless people. Do I have KI? I think I outlined him. He's pretty much shirtless. Well, he is shirtless. He's wearing like a vest. Adriel, this guy is the one I was talking about here. That's the third of the trio or quad people that Lynx is a part of. But that's for Descended. Where's KI? Is he earlier? Crap, I don't have people past Dragon. Here he is. Yes. See? Abs for days. Everybody is half naked. And that way, nobody can complain about anybody being half naked. Perfect logic, right? Yes. Wait, let me go back. Wait, let me write this real quick before I forget what Chase said about the... Make a joke about... Wait, damn it, I scrolled up too far. Okay, make a joke about him rising again. So maybe they think he's gonna be revived at some point, like he's choking out and be like, yeah, isn't your name Phoenix? Can't you... Your wings don't do anything? Nah, they're just wings, bro. I just got wings. And then he dies. Rise again since his name is Black Phoenix. Perfect. Alright, let me scroll. This whole chat thing on the OBS is awful. I can't scroll very well. The Expendable, they're the makers of the world. Oh! So they're like the gods, they're the blacksmiths, they're the creators. Got it, okay. But yes, they are expendable. They're copies of the original maker. Got it. Chase, I like to think more Hawks. Hawks is cool though, Chase. Actually, this guy's supposed to be cool when I introduce him to, so I guess, yeah, I'll give you Hawks. But he can't throw his feathers or anything. His wings are pretty much completely useless. He can only fly with them. That's it. He's can you imagine like how many shirts he's ruined? You imagine the shirts, Chase? He might have to be shirtless too. I might have to draw more abs, Chase. Damn it. More abs for days. Lots of our characters are twinks. Oh. Okay. Cool. Chase, that was one plate. Hey man, it's an in joke. It'll be funny. We'll laugh about it when you see the final product of that one panel of him just punching the snot out of a kid in a bar. I don't know what a kid's doing in a bar, but he's to be like, "Where's my money, punk?" or something. I don't know. I don't chain smoke. No, Chase. It's fine. This guy chain smokes. I mean, it's based off of you, kinda, and it's based off of one of your. Well, it's named after one of your, or given the name from one of your old characters. Kind of based off of you. He's kind of short. He does have an afro. Yeah. Should he have a cowboy hat? I'm thinking he should have a cowboy hat that's on fire. Because Phoenix. I don't know how that would work. It's not like he's one of the gods either. But maybe, like... It doesn't have to make sense, you know? There are space whales in this shonen. Let's go balls to the wall crazy. Wait, did I say what's up to C4 already? Yeah, I think I did. Yeah. Let him smoke weed, not cigs. Listen, I don't know if that's going to get me, not copyright stricken, but I don't know if that's going to make the shonen, that's not going to make it a seinen, right? If I include actual drugs. Is it? I don't know. Because I want it to classify as a shonen, but turn into a seinen over time. This is probably going to be one of the earlier arcs. Once a certain arc happens, the spoiler arc happens, it's definitely going to become more seinen than anything, I think. Maybe. It could still just stay a shonen, just dark like Attack on Titan or something. Maybe darker. We don't know yet. That's because I don't know yet. Chase, that'd be more on brand. Fighter's going to have a fighter physique. Exactly. Thank you, C4. It's not because... It's not for fan service. It's because everybody fights. And everybody... If you... Look, hey. Wait, I just thought of this. Be honest. If you had the body... And... Or even if you do... You're going to find a way to be shirtless whenever you can. If you have the abs, if you can show it off like these people... You would be shirtless all the time. Not just the beach. Not just the pool. You going for a jog? Oh, let me take my shirt off. I'm going to play basketball, shirts versus skins. I'm going to be on the skins. Let me take my shirt off. Oh, what's that? I need to go to the post office. Let me take my shirt off. I'm going to the grocery store to pick up some milk. And it's in the freezer section. Let them see my frozen nips. I'm going to take my shirt off. Like, if you had the body, you wouldn't be wearing a shirt either. All right? Wait, let me go back. Chase, and you have the nerve to come for Persona 5 J. Hey, nobody's wearing like a gimp suit, bro. Nobody's wearing latex or the masquerade parties. They're shirtless, and that's the extent of it. Kinda. Sorta. If you were to see men, you probably wouldn't say that. That's why I'm not gonna show men right now. But they're not gods. Yeah. Wait, are you talking about your characters, V? Chase, LMFAO. Nah, give him holes in the back of his clothes. I was thinking about that. I was thinking he would probably have like a specialized suit of some sort, so he's not ripping through shirts constantly. Or that could just be a joke. Let me put that in iconography. Shirts that he constantly rips holes in, or specialized suit that has pre-made wing holes. That sounds dirty. Damn, weed is more mature than cigs? I believe so. I think in Japan they censor it if an underage character is smoking. But since Black Phoenix is not going to be underage, I think it would be fine if he was smoking cigs. I don't know if it's okay for weed to be in it. C4 Brian got that kind of hubris. We would be embarrassed. LOL. Oh yeah. Yeah. Wait, what is everybody talking about? Was it the body thing? Yeah, if you had the body. Listen, I forget until I watch it back. I forget about a lot of what I'm saying at any point. We're That's because I'm just talking sometimes, y'all. I just be talking. Even in conversations, I will immediately either lose train of thought or forget what I was saying at any point. It be like that, you know. What else can we add? I'm thinking a cowboy hat. Now he just sounds like just a full-on cowboy, because now I'm thinking of giving him a revolver as his. He would have a Smith gift. What would his Smith gift weapon be? Let me look at what I have, and maybe I'll give him something cheesy from there. Let me see. That's the wrong tab. Hey, also don't have this many tabs open ever, because you can immediately get lost. It's probably way less work to just actually know. You want to know why I have all these tabs open? It's because if you were to ever look at my drive here on the right, so you go to my drive, you go to comics, which is where most of my writing stuff is, and then most of it is either in world building, novels, or characters. Characters is probably the most convoluted. Actually, no, it just has the most documents, because I'm just gonna scroll. Y'all can judge for yourselves. Yeah. Each document is varying length, but I think the new document, which is the one we've been writing on here for Black Phoenix, has the most info on it. I'm almost to 100 pages. Bro, I'm trying to get rid of some of this stuff. I keep creating these new characters and I'm not finishing the old ones. I gotta go back. I gotta finish these people, bro. Because then I can move them over and I can shorten this document. But I don't think I've shortened this document ever since I made it. Damn it! And then if you go to novels, then you would see all the series ideas I have. So Descended is the one. That's the thick boy book. And then Virtuosity is the shonen. And then you see where my thing of gods is coming from. Like, both of these series have gods. Blacksmith's Virtuosity, Descendant has the Haven gods, and then also like the actual mythological gods, Greek, Norse, Egyptian. Then I have one with like a solo superhero who has his own rogues gallery. That's Dark Before Dawn. You got Giant Slayer, Ascended, which is a spin-off of Descended, because it's stuff that happens in heaven at the time of stuff that's going on in Earth during this series. Demigodhood, oh, it's another god series. I See Gods, which is supposed to be a that I want to be a slice of life. Doesn't have to be a comic. I could just make it a story, or prose. And then God Gangs, which is supposed to be, I forget what the concept for that was. Oh, premise. Here we go. Don't laugh at me. I'm gonna laugh at myself probably. Premise: we follow a recently dead protag that is. Oh, come on. Here we go. Scroll over. We follow a recently dead protag that is sent to the Haven God Afterlife to be judged. They qualify for a tournament where other like souls compete to be reborn as a new Haven God. So this is kind of in the Descended universe. Well, not kind of, it is, because the Haven Gods are from that. Once the protagonist becomes the new Haven God, because of course they will, they rise through the ranks doing jobs with Haven gods and goddesses against the likes of other mythological gods, including Greek, Norse, Egyptian, Japanese, and so on. Their goal is to eventually take the spot of the primordial god, Haven God of Rebirth, Renata. So this is very much like those drug type shows, but with gods instead. Because why not? God Gangs represent. I'd say novels is the most convoluted area, because there's so many. You see, I have old versions of. This is back when this series, the Shonen series, was supposed to be 3 separate series, and I combined them into one at some point. I had to combine some of the characters. I still don't know how the hell I want the intro arc to go exactly. C4, new characters. You need some accountability buddies. Yeah. And it do really be like that sometimes, Chase. You ain't never lied, bro. what else? I wanted to finish or do some more with Black Phoenix. Semiotics, ex-soldier, Merc. Well, we could just put Merc. And then Badass is one of... That should be the first tag. First character tag. Badass. And what else would he be? Killable? No. I'm thinking just ex-soldier. Because he's currently a Merc. He was a soldier. So is an ex-soldier and is a Merc. So that's fine. We don't... The character tags, it's just to help you understand what type of character they are. All of this is, technically. Rank Assassin, he's from the Shadow region, and he was part of the Merc group. Wing Manifestation. He's not going to have move names. Oh, yeah, none. Oh, that's what we're supposed to do. I forgot already. We're supposed to look at the world building document. You see how we get distracted? How long ago did I say we were supposed to look at this and look at the weapons? Questions to answer. Alright, this is the long list of weapons. I'm going to put this on the right side so you guys can read it in its entirety if you would like. Got my face in... Oh my god, there's so many windows open. So you see I have different types of swords. Smith gifts. Oh, to explain what Smith gifts are again. Weapons or items given to virtuosers, which is anybody that... just people in the series. By blacksmiths. The weapon assigned to a virtuoser can be recalled by the virtuoser, like a certain Marvel character's hammer. But that's for everybody. Whatever gift is given to them. Say you were to go to a Smith gift, you graduated, congrats. Smith gift gives you a sword, and it's your sword. You get to name it, whatever you want to call it. You don't have to name it if you don't want to. I give a name to every weapon or Smith gift in this series because they're normally, the names are normally just Easter eggs to different things. But congrats, you got a sword. If you were to throw that sword or somebody were to steal that sword, you could always call it back to it at any point. Unless you were to be killed. If you were to be killed, nobody would be able to regain that connection that you had with the sword, but other people could still use it. So if you were to fling your sword to your friend, they catch it, start whacking people in the face with it. I don't know why you would whack people in the face with a sword. Oh my god. But then you could call it back to you and continue, but they of course wouldn't be able to call your sword to them. But if you were to get clapped, which is where the Smith gift hunter comes in, if you were to get killed off, he can just kill you, take your weapon, and sell it to somebody else, so you can't recall it, which is the whole purpose of him killing you. So that's finna be a fun arc. So I have Claymore under swords, Claymore longsword, Buster sword named Overcompensation, or a Buster sword named Overkill. Either or works, or both. Broadsword, machete. These are just ideas I had from the weapons, because another series was just supposed to focus on the weapons, and I was already naming them and stuff. Broadsword, machete, rapier named Foil, because that's like a reference to my real life. I used to fence in high school, and my weapon was the foil out of the 3 fencing weapons. Hook swords, Jian, which is like, I think that's either Chinese or Japanese, it's like a curved short sword. Double-sided blade named Siphon, because that was supposed to be the ability for it, I believe. We have axes here, hammers, spears, staves, knives, daggers, size, maces, clubs, bats, or go under clubs, hatchets. A cleaver named Cleveland. I take pride in naming stuff. Whips, spiked whip would probably fall under whips. Fans, and then we have some special ideas here. Again, this is I'm running down this list to think of what might be best for Black Phoenix, or what might be best for whoever picks up his weapon after he gets clapped. That's what we got to keep in mind mainly. Special knife dagger with chain, Aphotica. That's supposed to go to one of the main, side main protagonists. Double-edged blade held like tonfa, so it'd be a blade you keep down here, and it extends here and then comes back. That's how, I believe that's how tonfa are used, and they're like, either like, I don't know what they're made of, but I think Snake Eyes used it in the first G.I. Joe movie. Yeah. A water chained kama, which are they look like mini sides. So it would be 2 mini sides for this character named Limno, who is another one of the students. He has 2 mini sides, and they're connected by a chain of water because he has water manipulation. That's his virtue ability. All of the weapons, keep in mind, again, are supposed to coincide with the Virtuoso's ability, hence the blacksmith making the weapon for the specific person. Chain mace supposed to be given to Debris, which is, I believe they have earth manipulation. Bladed spinning disc, staff that extends, double-edged blade with handle in the middle, chopping axe attached to rope, collapsible sword. And then yo-yos, because anybody that has a yo-yo, like, you don't be taking them seriously because you're like, that's a kid toy. That's like somebody fighting with a slinky. You think, oh, that's a kid's toy, and then surprise, surprise, your throat is now slit because the yo-yo had blades in it. Don't play with yo-yos, people. That's if there is a theme, if there's a lesson you want to take away from the stream, don't chain smoke and don't play with yo-yos. Bow and arrows, for example, the bow, the arrows could come back when recalled. So say you fire the arrow at somebody, and you're like, oh shoot, I'm out of ammo. The arrows could be called back because it's connected to the bow, and that's part of their entire smith gift. So they could just recall the arrows. I don't know who I'd give that to, but that'd be dope to see. And plus, that's not even the recall ability. That wouldn't even be the ability given to the bow and arrow, like the special ability. Like maybe the arrows could phase through something until it reached its target, or something along those lines, and also be able to be recalled. Crossbow, blow darts, slingshots. Notice how there's like no guns. I'm probably going to keep guns to a very low minimum in this series, at least for the first half. Wrist gauntlets. So this is for the plasma user. I added to the list last week. Plasma wrist gauntlets, with hidden blades. These gauntlets convert his plasma into hidden blades if it ends up being a he. But they have gauntlets around their wrists, and they would just let plasma flow through their arms, and then once it reached the gauntlets, it would come out as blades instead of going to their hands. Watches, amulets, shields, masks. That's why I said the smith gifts, instead of calling them blacksmith weapons, they could be anything. So it could be masks, amulets, watches, rings, lightning rods. So this is for Axis. I really loved this, and I think I've said it before. Let me show the picture of Axis real. Where the hell is Axis? Do I even have? I know I threw it up here. Bro. Is he in photos? Here's Axis. I don't know why he's here. Yeah, he was originally had a sword back when he was for the other series that I keep mentioning, or one of the other 3 series I keep mentioning. Where is world building? So he has, now I gave him, instead of just a plain old sword, I gave him lightning rods. So when he throws these lightning rods into an opponent or near them, normally when he sticks them, he can summon, because he has, I think it's electrokinesis is the proper term. He can summon lightning upon the lightning rods, and they're obviously not as tall as like a building's, like it wouldn't be like the Empire State. He's not throwing out Empire State lightning rods at people. That'd be insane. but the guy can manipulate lightning, so that's a little more believable, I guess. And be stuck in an opponent, and then he summons lightning to the lightning rod. He calls it down, and so it's easier to direct. And the lightning is like, "Hey, is that a lightning rod?" As it's coming down, and then it curves and shocks the rod, and in turn the person that the lightning rod has been thrown into. So that's along the lines of what the Smith gift weapons or just Smith gift items are supposed to be. Weapon causes anyone it injures to hallucinate. That goes along the lines of what what's her face Vermilion's abilities do. Her nuclear fire. I'll throw her up again because why not? There we go. That's along the lines of what her nuclear fire is supposed to do. Go back to the damn. No, there you go. And then Knuckle Dusters. I was going to give this to Kayahi, who is the other shirtless, non-colored in dude. As his weapon, I didn't give him another weapon instead, but I thought if I gave him Knuckle Dusters, it would be too close to what Ciro's fighting, the main character Ciro's fighting style is, because Ciro's way hella explosive and all that, and his Smith gift are his gloves. So his power of shockwave generation. I'm just saying this. Don't delete. Okay. No. Cancel. I'm just saying this for people who don't know, because I know for a fact I've said this on the channel before. But his gloves are his Smith gift weapons. He has shockwave generation. So shockwaves, without the gloves, they're more like shotgun blasts, where it's like the closer it is to the source, the more powerful. So if I were to shoot a shockwave out from my palms from at the computer right here, it would likely break the computer. But if I'm standing at the back of the room, it's likely to have less of an effect or a less powerful effect on the computer. So his gloves allow him to keep that power over distance, like not actual shockwaves, the opposite of actual shockwaves. And it's also like one of his, when he uses that, it's like a move name he calls out, which is Soliton. God, what did I name that? Let's go to the other one. Let's look at, oh no, he's not in this document anymore. Right, because I was trying so busy to move stuff over. I think it's incompleted. No, that's Anticipation. That's the second book. That's for the cover ideas. Don't look at that. That's a spoiler for the cover. Don't do it. Load. There you go. Oh yeah, one of his move names is Soliton Sniper Shot, which shoots a continuous wave of shockwave energy that keeps its shape and power across distance. Because that's what a Soliton wave actually does. So it acts like a sniper shot. When he has his gloves on, I'm probably not going to keep it to where he always has that. I probably prefer much more the shotgun blast, which is why he'll probably call out the move whenever he uses his gloves or activates them. C4 Shockwave plus Heat Wave Team Attack. Yes, that's another thing for this series. There's going to be a lot of, and I have fun brainstorming some of the moves that'll be combined. There's going to be a lot of team attacks, team combination stuff, especially if they know what their abilities are. So yeah, look forward to that. I'm thinking of changing what his Virtuous Eyes do, because he gets overpowered, first of all, just with all the base virtue stuff. Then he also gets 360-degree vision, and then just a bunch of hallucination powers, which I think would kind of not be boring, but I don't think that would really fit the way he fights. So I got to think of another way, another thing for his virtuous eyes to do. And I wanted to, of course, still be creative. It's not going to just get like, oh, now his eyes are activated. Now he has super strength and super speed. No, it's not going to be something that basic. But I'm most likely going to change the whole hallucination thing because that's also very close to what somebody else can do from a very popular shonen. So I'm going to likely change this. I'm just sitting on it. It takes me a few days to think of something good or longer. It'd be like that. But while I think of that in the back of my mind, I'm also continuing to work on the other people. We were supposed to give one of these weapons. Wait, no, don't move this. Go to do the. I don't know. I went past it. There you go. We're supposed to give what's his face a weapon. Maybe something basic. Maybe his weapon doesn't even have to mean anything. I'm looking through the list. We're supposed to give Black Phoenix. Chain smokes. What else is cool as far as accessories go? Cowboy hat. Yep. Because why not? And fingerless gloves? Probably fingerless gloves. Give me the Thor sword. Well, the Thor sword, everybody is able to do that. That's what I'm saying. Like, everybody is able to do the Thor recall ability thing. Alright, if I have a cowboy hat, I might as well have a revolver. No guns, Chase! Actually, one character might have a gun. He's one of the teachers. But it doesn't shoot bullets. It's gonna shoot his own virtue, his own life essence. That's gonna be the ammo. Because that teacher also has a, he's also gonna have a cowboy hat. Probably. I could change the design and just give you the revolver and do the virtue thing. So you say he's shoots you. That is the best way to describe it. C4 human juice. Revolver that shoots sharp feathers. Not a bad idea, actually. That would make his gun useless if you didn't have feathers or, you know, his body lying around. Like if you weren't dragging his body everywhere you went if you wanted his weapon. But that's not a good idea. I mean, he's supposed to be like a badass, but like a joke character. So, protege of teacher, also not a bad idea. I'm loving it. Keep the human brain juices flowing, guys. That's not because the teacher for the school, he's like a you're badass, but like grizzled, torn down bad on life type of teacher dude. He's like depressed and he's got a really gravelly voice. You can tell he's been through a lot. You know the type. Just name any cowboy or like Joel from The Last of Us or any older type character dude. So he'd be much older than Black Phoenix. So that's y'all writing this for me at this point, you know. Perhaps a protege. I think the second E has an accent, but I'm gonna just leave it like this because I don't want. It's a whole lot of work to insert symbols into any writing thing, unless you know like a shortcut for it. Perhaps a protege to the history teacher. I want to give him a name. Maybe we should give him a name now. To give you guys a sneak peek into the naming process. Oh, we are way over time, but I'm cool with it. We'll give him his revolver weapon. That would connect them. Yeah. So the teacher shoots his own life juice, his human juice. And, no, that sounds dirty. I'm gonna say life juice. Now the teacher shoots his life juice. This man shoots his own feathers. He'll grow his wings out and be like, ah, and then load it up. Imagine him making a rap song about shooting feathers. Revolver named. The name will also be, like I said, I named the weapons or the Smith gifts. Why is it lagging? Oh no, it's freezing. Oh, I named the Smith gifts for normally it's like an Easter egg of some sort. Like I might name the machete like Jason, for example. I wouldn't, but that's just an example. Revolver named, I'll just put B for now. That's what I always put when I don't name something immediately. Shoots the feathers that come from his wings. Yeah. So if I'm going to have guns in this series, it'll be a creative use of some sort of gun. Like, for example, the deflecting monk named Desvi, bad guy, he's on Team Ruin. He has a shield, but the shield, because he's deflecting, the monk mentality and all that, like, don't attack unless attacked type of thing. I'm sure there are a lot of religions and lifestyles that do that, but just for him, he has a shield, and his power is deflecting, so the shield coincides with that. But the shield has a gun in the middle of it, because he defected from the monk monastery. We've talked about this before. You could watch those streams, but the shield has a gun, so this is another creative. It comes out of the thing, and it shoots his life juice too. Everybody's shooting life juice. Alright, let me scroll up. Chase, since I manifest feathers, maybe my feathers aren't restricted to just my back wings. Therefore, I can manifest wings that fit as ammo. Since I manifest feathers, maybe my feathers. I'm trying to figure it. Let me break this down. This is like that meme of that blonde lady where there's like numbers coming over her face, or the Hangover one where there's like a bunch of formulas and stuff. So you're saying like the wings that come out of his back, they would most likely be huge wings with huge feathers that make up those wings. So maybe he can just create. You're saying he could just create the ammo or the small feathers for the gun just out of nowhere. He doesn't have to pluck them from his back. I'm guessing that's what you mean. Oh, you explained it further here. I don't know why I was trying to think. I'm thinking I can manifest the feathers in my hands and load it up that way. That would be cool too. You just, or he's like, well, you can't flick a feather. I'm trying to think of like flicking a coin where he's just rolling the ammo in his hands like you would a coin or something, but you can't do that with the feather. He could try. Maybe he's like slithering in and out of his fingers or something stupid. C4 feeling over the weather, slaying fools with the feather, cowboy chaps made of leather, virtues trial we endeavor. Can you say bars? Can you say bars? C4 dropping straight heat in the chat. Chase LML, don't think my half-ass ADHD idea. Don't overthink my half-ass ADHD ideas. I'm just winging it, but some puns, like, even though I'm like a pun god, some puns hurt me physically, like in my chest and soul, but I appreciated that one. Leaking the virtue opening. Yo, are y'all writing are you guys writing the season 1 OP right now? Is that what you're doing? Is that what you're? Is that y'all doing this? Trying to think. The opening always has to be like loud and badass and get you hyped to watch the show, and then the ending is what takes you down, brings you down, and calms you down from what happened in the episode, like a Jujutsu Kaisen, for example. Actually, both the opening and the ending are for season 2. Season 2? No, the second half of season 1 are kind of soft, but no. No, it's more along the lines of this. Feathers. I'm gonna just put that as another accessory because it's badass. Revolver named blank wing manifestation. So maybe just feather, not just wing, but feather manifestation as well. So wing and feather. This is kind of cheating. Because it would probably count as 2 powers, but we could just say feather manifestation, which is why he's able to grow the wings, because it's all just feathers he crafted. So we say feather manifestation, so it's just technically 1 power. So now we will give him a move name called Wingman. Creates wings from the feathers he can conjure from his back. They'll still sprout like actual wings, but Wingman. And then what would the feather move be? I want to like reload. Creates small feathers to use as ammo for his gift. And then I'll put the name. I always put B as like a placeholder for the name of pretty much anything. Yeah, I'm liking it. I'm probably not going to draw him at any point because because he's not going to be a mainstay character. So I would probably just let the artist who's ever drawing this have free reign with this. Probably just go along the lines of what I have here: black, orange, afro, kind of short, and I'm probably going with the specialized suit that has pre-made holes because he was part of the soldier thing. So why would they not give him something along those lines? Don't ask me how he ever joined an elite group of assassins and soldiers as a dude that can make feathers, but I guess that just attributes that much more to his badassery. Puns. Welcome to stream, Campina. Yes, puns indeed. I love me a good pun. Chase, now give me an ending like Jujutsu Kaisen Lost in Paradise with the characters dancing. Yes. I want that. I actually want that similar ending for the Virtuosity. Definitely at least for the first half of season 1. I would probably want it to stay for the entire season 1. I don't know how many arcs I would cover with that, but yes, a chill, down to earth thing. Maybe everybody's not even like wearing their wearing the clothes you see them wearing throughout the entire series. The one outfit they always have on. Maybe they're like dressed down in like t-shirts or something, and they're just vibing. I like that. Nah, Feather Manifestation makes sense. Black Phoenix Rises. Ooh, for like a move name. Instead of Wingman, I like Wingman, but Black Phoenix Rises does sound way cooler. You gotta make him as badass as possible, so the more badass stuff he does, it's just like, oh, he's so cool, and then you kill him. Oh, I love it. I can't wait till I write his character and arc into this show at some point. Are we done with him? Goals. We just need his goals and probably a little bit more backstory with the history. I said we would name him, but I'll name him by next week. We'll have a name next week. We'll have more information on him actually, I'm pretty close. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty close to finishing the history teacher, but there's a lot of stuff that spoils what happens later in the story with some of these characters, so I might not be able to showcase everything. Definitely gonna show you the name, and we'll have to go a bit. So let me go to the table of contents here at the top of the same document, because there's so many freaking pages, almost at 100 for all these new characters. There's a history teacher. No. I know we added Black Phoenix here. Where is he? Did I not add him? Oh, was he at the bottom of the list? That's probably why. Dead plant manipulator. Okay, so he goes under here. Black Phoenix. So what do we have left to do on him? This is not only serves as a table of contents for where every character is, but also what I have left to finish on them. Who's the closest? I feel like there's one character that has like one thing left. Oh, Roka. Yep. And even this should be done because I drew her already. So she'll be moved over quick. And I think Desvi, the monk, is done. I haven't drawn him though, that's the only thing. We'll end it right after this. We did semiotics. We did we don't need a real name. We did iconography. Alignment, yep, personality, so goals. Figure that out, that'll be easy. Did occupation, rank, affiliation. He's only gonna have the 2 moves. So we did moves, all that. Weapon name, we'll do that. Weapon name. And bio with history teacher. Alright. Oh God, Chase. I'm gonna give you all the OG titles of Black Phoenix as a moveset for him, LMAO. I mean, you're welcome to. I told you his goal is F, B's, and get. Listen, man, my mom's on the stream. And get money, yes. All right. I'm gonna put here. I'm gonna put a old English version. You ready? You ready? Make sure you're reading the left side. Court women. Acquire currency. Yes. So we'll just take goals off the list. There we go. That's done. So 2 more things to do. And we gotta name the history teacher. I'll do some more looking at that. He would be classy about it, yes. I have a feeling he would. He's a badass, but he's a classy badass. Oh man. This was a fun stream. I didn't even notice the time. I was only expecting to go at least an hour, but damn near 2 hours here. But that's cool. I had fun with y'all. This was fun. It was a good time. Did a lot of talking, did a lot of explaining for stuff that didn't even have to do with the shonen. Like I didn't even have their pictures up. But yeah. This was good. This was good. Shout outs to V and V again for the follow. Daddy was in the chat. Chase was lurking, but Chase became a part of the stream. Shout outs to the homie. Kim Kina as well. Oh, I didn't even see you were here earlier. You said awesome art. Oh, appreciate it. See what I was saying about the chat thing? Man. And then C4, the homie as well. Let's see if there's anybody. We got a couple people live. Let's raid Geeky. Actually, yeah. Why not? We'll raid Geeky. He's a dude that followed me very early on when I first started streaming. So let's say what's up to him. Oh, real quick, by the book. Book out, second book coming out. I sent the cover info to the artist, so cover's coming along for the second novel. Buy the kids' books if you want to. Hey, you can buy them for yourselves if you want to color. Like the physical paperbacks have pages you can color on. So if you want to color and you just want to, it's like therapeutic thing for some people. So, yeah, buy those. Wait, where is it? Just there we go. I have 4 books out, 3 kids books. The 1 novel, 2nd novel is coming before the 4th kids book. All connected to the Descended stuff, which you were talking about today. So if you wanna get a head start on learning about some more of these characters that aren't from the Shonen, because that's a separate series, go ahead and grab you one of these, or all 4. If you do all 4, let me know, and I will say thank you. Appreciate, yeah, we got, what's the word, commands for that, so appreciate you throwing the link in chat, Chase. But yeah, that's it. Shout outs to all y'all for watching today. We're gonna raid Geeky Pack. Read/channel Geeky. Thank y'all so much for watching. This is JBase Phoenix once again. Signing up.